All right. Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is Matt with Boyce Crypto. We got the volume on. We got our week pants going. We got the video going. We are ready to go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we are dumping! We gotta stop this. How does this stop? Where does this end? What happened on the Asia market open as they just continually dump Bitcoin in our faces while the Americans are sleeping? Will New York open save us tomorrow? We're gonna dive deep and look at where we are likely to go in the near term and see if we can save these trades that are getting absolutely rinsed here on our 5 to 10K challenge. Was looking so good earlier. I was at a great family gathering and everything, having a great time, and the bears said, oh, Boyce Crypto isn't looking at the charts. Now's the time. Let's dump a source. And they dumped us, baby. They dumped us to the downside. Let's break it down. I don't see hardly a single green candle in sight here on our trade. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this 786 for Ethereum at 2666. If we cannot hold that, I'm going to call these losses, guys, and I'm going to close out of the Ethereum trade. I'll keep the Bitcoin trade open and the Velodrome trade open, as the Bitcoin trade is pretty close to a stop loss already, and the Velodrome trade is a longer term play. I'm excited to be here with all of you tonight. Do not be sad. Don't hang your heads or anything. There is hope here. Let's dive in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just a quick update for you guys. We do have the stream moving to 9:30 Central Time, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, starting tomorrow, right? So for Monday night, this is our last midnight stream, everybody. Thank you for your support. I believe this is going to allow us to reach out to a larger audience, right?
Hit those people on the East Coast, not stream at the same time as PMG, my good buddy, right? So we are going to be doing that, moving to 9:30. We should be the only crypto stream at that time from the research I've done. I sincerely hope so. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. Michaela, Wanda, April. Welcome everybody. Welcome. I'm so glad that you all are here. All right, before we do anything with the altcoins or anything, let's break down Bitcoin and see if there's any hope in sight here. Something that I'm seeing here on the 5-minute time frame that has been brewing for the past few hours is this massive bullish divergence that is forming on the 5-minute time frame. We have our swing down in price as we're constantly making lower lows while we're not making lower lows here on the RSI, right? If we could break above this resistance line on the RSI, it looks like we would be good to go. This bullish divergence tells us that we are likely, I drew the blue lines here for you guys for simplicity, right? To break this high up here before this low. Does that look likely right now since this colossal dump? Well, no, we had bullish divergence here, right? Didn't play out, dumped to the downside. We did get a little bit of a reaction, but we did end up dumping to the downside. We had bullish div here on the 5 to the downside, right? So now we're looking at this bigger bullish divergence idea, right? And we're hoping that it could save us here because we do not want these trades to get absolutely rinsed. The altcoins are struggling massively, right? I hardly see any green in this chart. Hyperliquid continues to get beaten down. What is going on here? Where is this all coming from? And what is this having? Does this have an effect on the due to the meme coins coming out, right? Like the Yeezy coin. What's happening? The Radium, Solana, we're going to dive all into that, right? Radium taking the biggest pounding today, got bent over the barrel and shown the 50 states, right? 25% down on the day, an absolute carnage day for Radium. We will go over that. Back into Bitcoin. That is our saving grace here. This 5-minute bullish divergence. I'm excited to see if it plays out. That would be a massive run. We crack above this 5-minute 200 MA, everybody. We're currently being supported by a high volume node. Let's zoom out here to get a little more data, right? This doesn't look good from an inverse perspective. I will tell you, we'll go over that, right? But we are currently sitting on a high volume node here. Let's find support here and bounce up to the next high volume node all the way up here at 96,386. This is a volatile asset since the Asian markets have opened, right? A volatile asset in general, but we have seen an increased volatility since Asia has opened. Let's see if we can get that pump up to the upside, as I do believe that was a little bit of an overreaction to the Yeezy news and the Solana news and everything like that. So we'll see if we can get that pump. I do like what we're seeing here. Nothing to fear just yet. We're gonna keep track of that the entire time we're on our stream. We're gonna add a little alert here, right? Because we don't want to be looking at something else and Bitcoin start losing this this trend here and have a massive dump. So we're gonna add a little alert. How do you add an alert on TradingView, right? You go over to the price here on TradingView and you can hit that little plus button right here on the side. So we'll have a plus button here. We'll know if that bullish divergence is playing out. So now I have 2 alarms set as indicated by these little white arrows that you can see on the side. And my alarm, my computer will go off like a nuke is being dropped on us and scare me to death right when we're looking at something else. But that will tell us whether we are breaking one of these trend lines. So we'll keep that on our radar while we are going over these other assets, right? So Bitcoin, man, it was looking good. We were looking so good prior to this massive dump due to the Ethereum hack, right, on the Bybit exchange. We did get a massive candle to the downside, and since then we have struggled to recover, being held down by this daily 21 moving average. I don't like how the Stokes are looking. I don't like how the RSI is looking. It is not looking entirely bullish for Bitcoin right now. We will see how this plays out over the coming days, but we've been here before, everybody. We've been here before. The past 20 days have been absolute sideways carnage, right? It's been very difficult to make money in these markets, right? And we've hardly moved on our 5K to 10K challenge, right? We went from 5K, the count currently sitting at $5,600. We were almost at $6,000 yesterday, everybody, until we took this absolute carnage of a dump. So we will see if we could get that recovery. I believe we will. We do have some areas of interest beneath us. The next high volume node that Bitcoin can visit is at 94,200 level. We have seen wicks down into this region, right? But we still, even as of now, right, have not closed a single candle, with the exception of the 2 that closed outside of the of this range, right? Of this range here. We haven't had a single candle close, including now. since this massive capitulation wick back on February 2nd. So that's something you want to keep in mind. Do the bulls have the strength here to push us back up into this channel? I really hope so. We have 18 hours and 52 minutes to see if that will remain the case, or are we just going to get a massive red candle and absolutely wipe all these people out, right? That had longs down in here, right? If anybody had longs to get triggered down in here, congratulations to you. You were some of the bravest people, right? Because you had a massive recovery all the way up 10% on Bitcoin. The altcoins recovered 40, 50, 60% on some assets. So those are some legendary longs to take, but you had to have balls of steel to take them. You had to have balls of steel to take them. So congratulations to anybody who had longs down there. I did not have longs. We got absolutely wrecked. There was massive fear in the market at this time, right? We didn't have a lot of leverage plays open, but spot was definitely feeling a lot of pressure, and we don't want to see anything like that again. We definitely don't want to see anything like that again, right? Leverage is dangerous, everybody. Leverage is dangerous. Levy is dangerous, right? If you don't know what you're doing, I recommend staying away from leverage or using a demo account prior to jumping into any leverage trades. As you can see, it could quickly go south on you, as we were doing really well yesterday, but now we're down about $200 on the account, and it happened in the matter of 4 hours, in a matter of 4 hours, right? So that was kind of devastating. We were up about 250 and now we are down about 200, right? So that just shows how volatile this market could be, especially when you have leverage plays out on altcoins like Ethereum and Velodrome, right? Bitcoin, we have a much higher leverage position, but we are speculating on a move to the upside, which we did not get, but we still have our shields in play, right? We still do have our shields in play. We have this 5-minute bullish divergence, right? We did have the 5-minute 200 SMA, which got hit while I was at my family gathering, but that is totally fine, right? We had this bullish div. It looks like it's starting to kick in now. Let's see if we can get this shoulder, head right shoulder go on in here and get some upside bullish moves, baby. Get some upside bullish moves, right? Let's see if we could form this out. This slanted, whoop, 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 whoop. This slanted head and shoulders. It's kind of ugly here. It's kind of ugly. But when the patterns are slanted, they still do play out, right? Here, your shoulder, your head, your right shoulder. Can we pop to the upside right here? That line's a little extended. And get this move back up to where we started and test that 5-minute 200 MA. I think that is very likely throughout the course of the stream. We will be tracking that, everybody. And who knows, we can get a massive short squeeze, right? Throughout the night. We have the Asian markets to support us. We have people that are really wanting to buy Bitcoin under that $100,000 level, right? There are people with the mindset, like Michael Saylor, that say, hey, Bitcoin's under $100,000. I'm trying to accumulate as much as I can right now, right? Right now. And when there's massive fear in the market, let's check out the fear and greed index. Fear and greed, baby. Fear and greed. Coin market cap. Oh, there it is. Yeah, saved under my favorites, right? Saved under my favorites. Yeah, I had a shortcut there the other day to how to make my lady happy, and it went away. I don't know why. All right, let's see. Let's dive in. All right, crypto fear and greed sitting at about 40, right? I think this was 43 or so yesterday. Last week, yesterday 40, right? Yeah, we did get a little higher. We got up to 43 on the 20th, right? It was 40 yesterday and it's 40 today, right? So we'll see how that plays out over time. That is generally historically a great time to accumulate some Bitcoin and some of these projects, right? This is sale time, baby. This is sale time. I'm excited to see where these projects can bounce from. And if you get in at the bottom of one of these altcoins and alt season does start, right? If Ethereum does get this run, right? As we pulled this 7-8, we'll go over Ethereum really quick. If Ethereum does get this run and get this push out of this level, the altcoins are going to moon like you've never seen them move before, right? Everybody's betting against Ethereum. Solana's starting to show weakness. There's a lot of fear in the market. Once that sentiment turns around and you get that FOMO back in the market, it is going to be a massive, massive, massive catalyst for all these altcoins that are currently struggling. A lot of them off 50, 60, 70, 90% off their all-time highs. Can we revisit all-time highs on some of these altcoins? I really believe that we will. I'm actually putting my trader stamp on it. The next alt season, we will see those all-time highs getting broke, right? For these top 100 projects that have validity, right? When you get down here in the 800, 900 range, I don't know if these projects are going to be around. I couldn't tell you what half of these are, right? But they're going to have more volatile moves. As you can see, the bubbles are a lot bigger, right? Because there's a lot less money in that market. And it can fluctuate a lot faster than these markets that have a lot more money in them, right? Come on, Ondo. Ondo! Pick up, baby, pick up. One of my favorite projects right there. we're gonna go over Radium. We're gonna talk about Radium, what happened with Radium. And we are going to, I'm liking this 15-minute. Thank God we're seeing some greenness, right? We're seeing some greenness. Maker, what in the world? But we're seeing some greenness across the market. Any coins that you guys want to go over, I'm happy to go over them for you throughout the live stream. Drop them in the chat. I will respond to all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. Let's see if we get the shoulder, head right shoulder here out of this falling wedge on the 5-minute time frame. We're zoomed in pretty far here because that's the kind of data that we need to make an educated decision on where Bitcoin's going to go here in the near future. If you zoom out on the daily, look at this, baby. We haven't had a lot of price action on the daily to give us any informed decision on where we're going to be going. Now, if we do close a candle below this daily trend line, below about 95,666, right? We're only $200 off from that. But if we do close a candle down there, and I think likely by the end of the stream, we're going to be back up over that level. But if we close a candle, right, in 18 hours and 46 minutes below this trend line, that is going to be very bearish, everybody. Since we've had bulls and bears tug of war this last 3-week period, almost month period, right, at the price in these levels, building a massive high volume node here on the daily. Look, we're right there. We're right underneath the high volume node. These nodes are still huge, right, that we're sitting at. There's a lot of Bitcoin trading hands in here, especially over in the Asian markets that are currently open. This would be a monumental opportunity for companies in the United States when market does open on Monday to flush these shorts to the upside and pick up on some cheap Bitcoin. Is this going to be the last wick that we see down here before we get out of this range to the upside? I am starting to see a little bit of curvature here, on the stochastic RSI. I do like to see that. I want to see the RSI indicator bend back over our signal line right there, our mark price, get over our signal line and start working its way back to the upside. But this has been pretty flat here. We have seen pretty much flatness on the RSI. And, you know, going back here, you can argue, hey, oh, Boyce Crypto, we've been seeing lower lows, right? But we did get that breakout of the high. Yeah, it's so hard to call because with that massive capitulation wick, right, those candles are really, really difficult to fit your TA in, and they throw the indicators off so much that when you have a massive liquidation event, it is very hard to say, yeah, this is bullish divergence, because look at that. You don't have a clear trend line going down, right? You can say from here, but you're not at that lower price yet, right? So you cannot say, to me, that is bullish divergence right there. You could argue that this was it, right? And then we broke up here to break that prior high before the low, right? But yeah, this is all Chop City, everybody. This is Chop City. So that's what we're looking at for Bitcoin. Let's move on over here to Ethereum. I want to look at Ethereum, right? Because Ethereum has been the #1 altcoin indicator for the entire crypto bull market, right? The macro bull market that's been over the last 10 years. But altcoins have been taking a massive dump as Ethereum has struggled to keep pace with Bitcoin. Ethereum is very far off its high, whereas Ethereum has been up at that $4,000 level back here, you know, in December. And it has since fallen back down to about $2,700, reaching down to about $2,100 during that massive capitulation wick during the February 2nd disaster, right? So here's what we're looking at for Ethereum on the 5-minute time frame. I am looking to see this bullish div start to kick in. We got close, everybody. Look how close we got. Look how close we got here. There's the bullish div. Look how close we got. Look at that candle. Is the bullish div kicking in? Look at that, right? Is the bullish div kicking in? I would like to think so. Let's see if we can break this high before we break this low, and we'll be on our way, and we'll forget that this dump ever happened. We crack this, we'll come up to the next high volume node, we'll gap up to the next. Likely the 5-minute 200 MA is going to come down and meet us about right here, about 27.75. We get above that, and you know what happens, everybody. When we get above that beautiful 5-minute 200 SMA, we rock it, baby. We rock it to the upside. So we are going to be looking at that very, very closely as the stream goes on. I'm not sure how far we're going to get outside of these outside of this range right here. Hopefully we can get that break to the upside. We're sitting on that high volume node. Let's get back up to the next one up here at about $2,800. Let's see if we can get a short squeeze to the upside. All these shorts, baby, they're set right here, ready to get wrecked. I know a lot of people must have closed their long positions. There was a lot of fear in the market, right? Longs are closing, right? That executes sells, and short orders are opening up. That's a lot of liquidity for those whales to gobble it up, baby, to gobble it up. So let's look and see. All right, let's go over to Crypto Bubbles and let's talk about our biggest winners and losers of the day. The Pi network just getting relaunched just a day ago. Notice we don't have any data on the weekly, the monthly, or the year, and this thing has been on an absolute tear. It has gotten a lot of hype, right, on Twitter. Let's go look at Pi and see what's going on with Pi, the Pi network. We'll go over optimism, man. Let's go. I love optimism. Describes me well. Let's do it. All right. Oh, train of thought, baby. Where were we? I thought about optimism. Where were we? Oh, yeah, Bitcoin dominance. I lied. We were looking at Pi network. Pi network. We'll go over Bitcoin dominance later. Pi, baby, Pi. Pi network on Tether. Look at this thing since its inception. Boom, baby, boom. Oh, yeah. Back here on the 20th of February came out, didn't get released on Crypto Bubbles until today for the last 24 hours. And this thing's been on a tear, right? We don't have a lot of data, right? You go to that 1 hour chart, look at this. It's not, you don't have a lot to go off of. You can argue that this is a, you know, a rising channel right here, right? That is looking to break to the upside. Is this a bull pennant right here? This is not a bull flag, a bull pennant. What's the difference between a bull flag and a bull pennant? Anybody in the chat? The difference between a bull flag and a bull pennant, right? Well, a bull flag, right, looks like this. Looks like this. When you have a flagpole, right, and you have a downward sloping support and resistance line. That is your bull flag, right? And green, baby, green, your target is going to be the length of the flagpole, right? Boop. And, you know, a trade right here, stop 2 to 1, or 2 to 1, right? So you enter, you want to try to enter at the bottom of the flag if you can, and you want to go at least 2 to 1. That's a 5 to 1. That's nasty, right? But it looks I mean, it looks like it would be a really good trade if you got in at that point. But this is just for example, right? A bull pennant, baby, is what we're looking at right here. You have your flagpole, and you have an upward sloping resistance line, right? And these break out parabolically, right? And you have a upward sloping support line. That is the difference between a bull flag and a bull pennant, right? The bull pennants are higher risk, but they do break out very parabolically when they break these upward resistance lines, and you are likely to get a candle like this one right here. You had kind of a, you know, let's zoom in here and let's see if we had a bull pennant on a smaller time frame. You know, I would still call this a flag, but if you took it from the wick, right, that would be more of a pennant style. Yeah, you can't really say that, but this would be a pennant, right? And you would get that parabolic move out of the pennant to the upside, and you got a massive candle right there. That's kind of extrapolated, but that is the difference between a bull flag and a bull pennant, everyone. Bull flag and a bull pennant, very important to note for your trading journey. Stand by for my beginner course series. I'm excited to bring that to you guys. It's so excited to bring that to you guys. I just got my new video editing software. It is going to look so bougie, everyone. We got the effects, we got the music, we have the scenes coming in. Oh, it's fun. It's fun, everybody. You wait till you see what Boyce Crypto can do with some emojis. Oh yeah, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. I'm a meme god. I'm a meme god. You guys will love it. I promise. All right. So that's the difference between a bull flag and a bull pennant, right? You trade them the same way. You trade them the same way, right? But again, we don't have a lot of data here, right? We don't have a lot of data. So bull flag, pennant, right? We don't have a lot of data here. And this is kind of extrapolated, right? Kind of extrapolated due to the price just coming out, right? And we have a lot of serious candles right here. Look at that first one. Good night. Sweet Mary. Look at that. Woo! 2,486%, baby. But you got to be careful chasing those candles, because just as fast as they come up, they come down. Look at that 71% retrace, right? And we talk about this kind of retrace all the time, right? Where do we go, baby? The golden pocket, the 786. Where we go, we came down to that golden pocket between the 618 and the 786 region right in here. Bounce, baby, bounce. We got out of there. We had that reaction, forming a nice little bull pennant right here. Let's see if we can get some more juice out of the Pi network, baby. Has a lot of hype. It can do some massive numbers here on the small time frames. This can do the kind of moves that you see, right? Whenever something gets dropped or listed on exchanges or anything like that. Like if Coinbase were to drop it, right? I'm not sure if it's listed on Coinbase, or Binance or a futures listing comes out, all those people that just trade exclusively on those exchanges, the first thing that they're going to do, the exchange needs to do, is buy that token. And that can lead to massive, massive, massive pumps in the price. Like the Weeks native token that did that just a couple of months ago, had a 100% candle in about 15 minutes as a billionaire accumulated some for a token listing, right? That is insane. That is insane. Can we see something like that on the Pi network? We definitely can. Just be careful chasing these big green candles, everybody. Big green candles. You gotta excuse me sometimes if my language does slip. I was a sailor at one point. I was a sailor sailing the high seas for all of you to defend freedom and democracy around the world. Shout out to the USS George Washington. I love all of you guys. I miss you guys, and I hope the seas are safe. Enjoy Japan. All right, here we go. Diving in. What kind of questions do we have here in the chat? Wanda, I'm excited to bring that beginner series to you, coming very soon. Coming very, very, very soon. I'm so excited to bring that to you. You should see the thumbnails. Wait till you see the thumbnails. Woo! They are beautiful. Let's dive into optimism. How is the Optimism Network doing? OP, baby. OP, like every time they release a new League of Legends champion, OP. All right, let's dive in. On the 5-minute time frame. Not surprised to see it getting beaten down, right? Very similar to Ethereum right here. We're gonna zoom in. Let's we'll go out to in, right? Out to in. Let's zoom out. Let's see where we're at. All right, optimism, baby. All right, let's see. All right. So what I'm seeing right now, we are sitting on a high volume node. This is a key area, right? We go over this time and time again. It doesn't matter the token. Whenever you hold a high volume node, it is critical to hold above and push above that area into the area of low volume right here to gap up to the next high volume node, which currently sits here at about 146. We will see if Optimism could get that bounce. We don't want to lose this high volume node, right? Because what happens if you lose a high volume node? That means that the bears were able to overcome the bulls in this high volume area. So there's so many more bears here, or so much more selling pressure in this zone. We know that when we come back up to this zone, it's going to be a difficult hurdle to get over. So that's what I'm looking at here for Optimism. We have been down here before, right? And we got the massive bounce. We've been down here before. We got a bounce, right? That candle doesn't look like much, but man, we had a 28% to the downside. That was a massive capitulation wick on February 2nd. February 2nd will be a day, a 47% candle to follow. That will be a day that we remember in crypto history. I will sit down and I will tell my grandsons and granddaughters and great-great-granddaughters, if my back doesn't give out by then, I will say, Sonny, I remember back in February 2nd of 2025. That was the most massive crash we've ever had in the crypto history. You should look at Boyce Crypto's channel. What a handsome man he was. Right? I will be looking at that even in my late ages, I promise you, right? That was a massive crash, the most massive crash that we've ever had here in crypto history, So optimism, right? I'm looking for that gap back up to the next high volume node. These altcoins have been absolutely beaten down, and this all does depend on Bitcoin. All eyes are on Bitcoin right here as the bulls and the bears duke it out. If Bitcoin struggles, if Bitcoin falls from this $95,000 range, right, and we go back down to test 92, 90, if we start breaking down below these key daily levels here, you know, where are we going? We just talked about it. We're going to go to the next high volume node. Where does that sit? Well, we got a little break here on the daily 200 SMA at about 81,000, but the next one sits at about 68K. Can that happen? Yes, it can. And it has happened before, right? These massive gaps. We had a very large push up prior to the election, and after the election, these areas have never been tested before. Why? Because you're looking at all-time high area here for Bitcoin. These areas have never been tested, so it is likely that we fill this gap if we cannot maintain these support levels. We've still been ranging for the past 3 weeks, but it's important for us to maintain above that high volume node, right? And we are currently losing it. Look at this here. Oh my gosh, we're getting dry uvula already. Look like a shriveled up punching bag. All right. All right, we need to press back up into this range for Bitcoin, just the same as optimism, right? We need to hold above this high volume node here. You do have some consolidation. I do like how it's upward trending. It looks a little better than Bitcoin, I will admit. It looks a little better. You kind of have like a little bit of an upward sloping support, right? It didn't get beaten down as much as when Bitcoin went down to that 92K level. That looks okay. You know, it's looking all right. So, you know, optimism just ranging, same story, different coin. What I do like to see is this swing up a little harder, right? We're swinging up pretty hard on the RSI, right? Compared to the swing up on price. You know, it's a slight bull div in my mind on the daily, but you're sitting above the high volume node. That's a critical area. Let's dive in and see what we're looking at on these smaller time frames. See if we can get this reversal, baby. Let's see if we can get this reversal. Why am I calling for the reversal right now? I'll call for the reversal happening now. We're gonna post it on Twitter right here. Reversal happening now in front of everybody. Why am I saying that, right? Reversal inbound, reversal imminent. 5-minute bull div on most major assets. Oh yeah, and we'll put who do we want to get the president? Let's see, president. How do you say it? POTUS. Let's tell President Donald Trump, right? He'll probably get that right. You know, he'll probably get that right immediately. He and I are very close, right? We'll tell Obama. Let's see. We'll tell Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton always. We'll tell Hillary Duff. I don't know who that is, but you know. And let's see who else. Who else we want to tell? We'll tell Major Payne. Everybody see Major Payne? What a great movie. Major Payne, right? Good. We'll shout out all those legends here. Reversal is imminent. President of the United States, Obama, Hillary Duff, and Major Payne. If you are watching, if you are out there, if you are in the crypto space and you're investing, right, you need to look at this 5-minute bull div, right, on all these major asset class. And Boyce Crypto is calling the reversal, baby. We are calling the reversal. Look at this bull div that's forming on the 5. We had the bull div right here. It did not pan out, but we continued to make that higher low on the RSI. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, right? How many times can we say it? And we've continued since up here, lower low, lower low, lower low. We're starting to make that higher low. We're getting that bull div to start kick in and turn us around to the upside. Is this a shoulder head? Let's zoom in on the 1 minute here and let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, the 1 minute chart, baby. The 1 minute chart. Let's get rid of our work here. We got the shoulder, the head. Is this the right shoulder forming here for optimism, right? We got the shoulder, we got the head, and we got the right shoulder. Let's get over that 1 minute 200 SMA, baby, and start turning this thing around. We haven't been above it since this colossal dump. We get above that 1 minute 200 SMA. That is the first step of this marathon, baby. That is the first step of the marathon. That is the first step of recovery. And what I like about massive dumps, right? And there's not a lot to like about them, but what's really cool about them is what happens when we break the 1 minute 200 SMA. Boyce Crypto, what happens? Well, we're likely to come up and test the next time frame. And because this dump was so massive and so fast, right? Look how high this sits. You're sitting at about $1.16 for the 3 minute, right? And the 1 minute's down here at $1.1350, right? So you're looking at a giant gap up. That's a move, a gap between the next 200 MA of 2.38%, right? Wow, I got a lot of spit on my computer right there. Hold on 1 second. Good night. It's all smeared. Oh, it's like the fog on the windshield. You know, whenever it's like cold outside. All right, but we look like to get that move to the upside right here out of this shoulder, head, right shoulder. Let's see. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Boop, boop. I hate whoever puts text there. What am I going to type here? What am I going to type? To the 200, to the 200. How does that help anybody? Why can I add a text box like that? That doesn't make any sense, right? We get to the 200, right? I need to get that out of here. That'll bother my ADHD like crazy, all right, so we get to the 200, break the 200. That is the beginning of our recovery. We likely will come up and test a 3 minute 200 up here at this 216 or at that 116 level, right? And we'll be on our way. It'll be like this has never happened. Let's zoom back out here. Like, look at this chop, baby. Look at this chop. This has happened over and over. Chop, chop, chop to chop, 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 chop. It's like I'm playing a game of Fruit Ninja here on my phone. Ridiculous, right? This has been absolute carnage for people, and it's been very difficult to make money as a trader, right? If you're trading the bigger ideas, just because you've been getting absolutely wiped here on the small time frames. As soon as it looks like we're doing really good, we're getting above some major moving averages. Look at this. We get above the 1 hour, we pump. We get below the 1 hour, we had a dump. It's been absolute carnage, right? And usually when you get above the 1 hour, you stay above the 1 hour for a good minute, not for just a day, right? You go back through time, look what happens, right? We've just been chopping up and above and below this key level for weeks now, right? But usually you get a below, you have a dump, right? You get above, you have a pump. You get above, you have a multi-day pump, right? Like, so it's odd, right, to see Bitcoin treat the 2 hour the 200 on the 1 hour time frame as such, right? As usually they lead to bigger moves. We don't just whipsaw back and forth across it for long periods of time. We did right here. That was a period of absolute carnage. But yeah, after that massive capitulation dump, we've been going sideways. You would think when we got back above the 1 hour 200, we would start moving to the upside, right? And get a little bit of recovery and a little bit of breath. But man, these altcoins have been absolutely bent over the barrel and shown the 50 states since this capitulation event, right? So I always like to pull my fibs here, even on the, the lower time frames, the 1 hour, where we bounce off of. No surprise, everybody, no surprise, that golden pocket, right? That area between the 618 and the 786. I have this purple line marked here. What is this purple line? That's a 706. I like seeing that. It's the mid region. It's exactly in between the 618 and the 786. It just shows me an area that some traders like to put their orders so that they're not so conservative that they get the 6-1, that they have the 786, so they put it a little above the 786, front running it, their orders, right? But they don't want to take the 618 risk, because that's the first stop that it could turn around. If you get a deeper retrace to the 786 and you're on higher leverage, it is likely you'll get wicked out if you aren't correct in that 618 thesis. So I do like that we're seeing that bounce out of the golden pocket here for optimism. Let's see. Yeah, let's see if we can get that the optimism up and out of here. Like, I know it's been some absolute carnage. We have a bullish engulfing candle forming on the 1 hour. We'll be here for that at 26 minutes until that closes. We'll keep optimism on our radar, and we'll see if that closes bullish engulfing. I'm sure a lot of these candles are going to close bullish engulfing, right? On the 1 hour Bitcoin, the bullish engulfing on the 1 hour forming. Oh my gosh, we have so much work there. It's ridiculous. But Boyce Crypto calling the reversal, everybody. Right there on Twitter, we got the shoulder, head, right shoulder, breakout to the upside, coming to test that 5-minute 200 SMA, baby, clearing up some of these high volume nodes. Look at that gap up. We get above that high volume node. Look at that, everybody. Look at that candle. That looks like the grandpa on Viagra kind of thing. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. But you got a massive green candle here. You got a massive green candle to the upside, massive green dildo to the upside. Super awesome, right? Let's see if we could get that 200 MA cross, close there, and then forget this ever happened. The trades are likely recovering, and they are. We were in deep red. We were minus 200. Now we're minus 150, right? Account currently sitting at 56,888. Let's move my camera here. I did realize the other night that you guys may not know. You guys may not know that, right? Let's see. We're sitting at 56.88, currently down $157 on the day. That is a disaster. Well, not a disaster, right? We're using good risk management, but it is kind of annoying given that we were up about $200 earlier today. But that is okay. That is the point of having good risk management, because even if trades do go south, right, and don't go in our direction, and we've been here before. This Ethereum trade was getting close. Where is this? This is ETH. This Ethereum trade got close to our stop loss down to about 2,600. I think I moved that. Did I move that? What's going on here? Oh, we don't have our stop loss in. Let's get that in there. Where did our stop loss set yesterday? Yeah, there we go, baby. I don't know what happened there. I'm going to have to dive in. I have to dive in. Oh, I may have moved it. Well, I may have moved it while we were at our family gathering on my phone. I fat finger things all the time. That is ridiculous. Okay, so we got our stop loss in, and this is going for the bigger idea. We got that 786 bounce. We're going for a $1,500 profit on this trade, baby. I plan on making it there. We are not going to get scared out of this trade. They will not bring fear into my heart. We are going to get my lady a nice piece of jewelry with these juicy profits after this trading challenge, right? And we will go on our merry day. If you have any ideas for further trading challenges, once we turn this 5K into 10K, I want to hear them, everybody. Do you want to see high leverage? Do you want to see reversal trades? Do you want to see swing trades, day trades? Drop that in the comment and let me know what you'd like to see for our next daily trading or for our next trading challenge, because that is what I am going to be looking to do here in the future once this gets completed. Also, at the end of every trading challenge, I will be doing a giveaway to celebrate the success of our trades. So stand by for that. Drop some likes, drop some comments. Let me know what you guys want to hear. Prizes, ideas. What's y'all's favorite crypto? That's what I think I'll do for the first one. For the first trading challenge. Let me think. Let's see. We'll give away. Let me talk to my lady. Before I make any financial decisions, you either speak to your financial advisor or you speak to your lady. I will speak to my lady about this, but we are going to do a giveaway. We'll do a giveaway, whether it's money, crypto, you know, if you guys want my feet pics, we'll do something. We'll do something real juicy, and we'll get that to you guys once this trading challenge is complete. I'm excited to bring that to you guys. So no fear right here. No fear in the markets. We're recovering a little bit off this 786 bounce. Let's get back over to TradingView. Woo, baby. Yeah, look at that. Boyce Crypto calling it reversal imminent. 5-minute bull div. That was 9 minutes ago. Here we are. Look at that. About, 10 minutes ago, we were right here. Got above that 21, breaking up to the 200. I'm going to post everything on X for you guys. Jump on in at Boyce Crypto 102. I'd be happy to see you guys there just for all my trade ideas and insights. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say should be taken as financial advice. These are our own personal opinions, right? It could go completely south and dump in my face, right? So yeah, that's it. Just my due diligence, my disclaimer. Do your own due diligence before getting into any trade or investment. Be careful with leverage trading, everybody. Be careful with leverage trading. All right, sweet. Yes, we do support adding Bitcoin to the U.S. reserves. Ivanka Trump. Yeah, that's one of the yes, lady. Yes, do it now. Do it now. All right, let's dive back into crypto bubbles. Let's look at Radium today, everybody. Radium getting absolutely bent over the barrel and shown the 50 states as a horrible boss's quote, a legendary horrible boss's quote. Let's dive in. Radium, baby, Radium. So that's what I was looking at for Pi Network. We are getting that breach of the upper trend line right now. Let's see if Pi can continue. We'll keep that on our radar. The Comcast guy was telling me, Boyce Crypto, did you know when he was in the emergency room, I had to go and visit him and give him flowers, and he told me, I was like, man, maybe I overreacted a little, but I need my internet to stay connected for all these wonderful people watching the live stream. And he said, Boyce Crypto, you can't have 150 tabs open at the same time. Did you know that? And I said, no, Comcast citizen. No, I do not know that. So we're gonna close out some of these here. We'll keep Pi on our radar. We may come back to Pi a little later. We're gonna get X out of here. Social media. We got to get off that. The kids got to get off that. I'll get off that. All right. And we looked at optimism. I love that bounce off the 618. Look at that, man. We're clearing the 618 right now. We got down to about the 706. That golden pocket bounce off of the cup. And this is a steep handle. Don't get me wrong, this is a steep handle, but even if you draw it out, you still do have that cup here, and you have the handle pattern, right? And let's see if we can get that break to the upside off that 786 retracement. It is a key tool that you want to learn. That will be in the beginner series, everybody. You want to learn how to pull your Fibonacci's? I will bring that to you in that beginner series. Stand by for that. That's what they used to say in the military. Stand by, everybody. Stand by. Oh, there's something important you need to know right now, like how to draw your fibs. Stand by. I'm not going to treat you guys like my Chiefs did. I will get that to you guys in a timely manner. All right, stand by for that this upcoming week. All right, let's dive into Radium. What happened to Radium? Radium. All right, Radium, man. This was carnage. Let's look at the daily. I'm a bear on Radium. This closes, I'm a bear, baby. I don't care if it's a macro bull market. I don't care. What is this line? We lost it. It's a daily 200 SMA. We lost a 4 hour. Let's see, where was the 8 hour at? 8 hour above. We lost to 8, so we're going to come to the 12. And we lost to 12. We came to the daily. We lost the daily. Where are we going? We're going to the weekly. Where's the weekly down here? Well, we're likely to come to the 3 day first. Where's the 3 day at? Yeah, the weekly's above the 3-day. Isn't that crazy? All right, but down around $2. Can we see a $2 radium? It can definitely happen. It can definitely happen. Okay, let's dive in here and let's analyze this. What happened to radium? I don't know. There must have been some kind of news. I know there's a lot of craziness over Yeezy and and BNB. There's a lot of craziness over radium, Solana, BNB right now. Nobody knows, right? Because Kanye's throwing a bunch of rumors to the wind. What chain am I gonna launch my token on? You know, and everybody thought it was going to be Solana, loaded up on some Solana, right? And then he's like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll launch it on BNB. So people panicked. People panicked, baby. Maybe I'll launch it on Radium, right? But that's where he's at right now on social media, and everybody's left to speculate. So what happens, right? People are going to buy and sell. Oh, it's not on Solana? I'm out, right? Look what happened to Sol today. Sol got destroyed. Sol got absolutely bent over the barrel and shown the 50 states, right? Got absolutely destroyed, right? This is the 1 hour for Solana. Fell more than anything else, breaking the prior low that we had back here. Yeah, Solana, look at the daily, man. This is carnage. I'm a bear on Solana. I am a bear on Solana. I've been a bear on Solana ever since we broke this daily 200 MA, and will remain a bear until we even got a death cross coming, ladies and gentlemen. What's a death cross? When the 21 crosses the 200, whether it's to the upside or the downside. Downside death cross, right? You got your skull and you got your, you got your crossbones, right? And you got your, all right, I'm not really an artist. I don't know what that is. That's a Jimmy Neutron symbol. But we are going to the downside here for Solana, and we're going to the downside very quickly. And it's only being amplified by people fearing out of their Solana. I'm going to sell my Sol. Oh my gosh. Kanye's not going to launch his meme coin on Sol. I don't want to hold Sol. I want to hold whatever base coin that Kanye is going to launch his platform on. Maybe I'll go in BNB, or I'll keep a little money in all of them, right? And that led to massive capitulation over Solana and Radium, which were the highlights of what Yeezy, or the Yeezy token, was supposed to launch on. And now that there's that doubt, right, it caused mass capitulation, panic, and fear. With that being said, this could be a great opportunity to accumulate some of these projects. Let's dive in and let's see. Just like everything else, we're seeing that bull div, right? On the 5 minute, we do have the swing across. You really don't. You really, I mean, you could say it's slight bull div, right? Because this doesn't swing down as hard. You made a lower low, right? But does not swing down near as hard as price action did here, right? And that's saying that you're going to break this high before you break this low, right? And that definitely looks like it's about to happen. But you got to get over the 1. The 1 minute's coming. This could be the reversal point for Solana. You get above the 1 minute 200 SMA. That is no joke, everybody. You get above the 1, you boom. You get above the 1, we had some struggle, boom. You get above the 1, you had a nice uptrend. You get below the 1, and you stayed below the 1. You get above, you stay above. You get below, you stay below. It's kind of like, credit card debt. You get in credit card debt, impossible to get out of, right? You get out of it, and then you tend to be like, okay, yeah, I'm never going there again. That's what the 200 SMA is. It is comparable to credit card debt, right? So, all right, let's dive in. Can we get this reversal on Solana? It does seem very likely here in the near term if we could crack this 1 minute 200 SMA. After a massive dump like that, this is copy and paste for Radium, right? And this is copy and paste for Optimism, right? And copy and paste for a lot of assets, right? We break the 1. Where are we going? We're going to go and we're going to test a 3, everybody. We're going to test a 3, right? Which is currently sitting up here at 164 for Solana, a massive 2.83% move. That's not a massive move, Boyce Crypto. Well, yeah, when you're on 20x it is, right? And you make a 40% gain on your investment in a matter of a couple minutes, right? That could definitely be a trade, but I would wait for the 1 minute 200 SMA to crack on some of these assets, right? Because when you get below, you can come up and test it, right? And it doesn't mean just because you touch it doesn't mean you're gonna cross it, right? And you'd like to see some curvature. I like how the 21's coming up. You want to see a golden cross here on the 1 minute and to get you out of here. Come up to this high volume node at 163, back to the 3 minute, and then the 5 minute's gonna set even higher, right? Notice how these go up, right? You're gonna come up 5, 7, 15, baby, and you're gonna climb the ladder, right? Until you lose your footing and you fall down the ladder, right? And then you're gonna get caught by a rung. It's like being on a never-ending ladder, right? Oh, I fell, and then you climb up. It's like rock climbing, right? You climb up, right, and then you lose your grip, and then you fall and you catch yourself on another rock, and then you get back up to the next rock, and then you start climbing real good for a little bit, right? And you get this massive pump, you get this massive streak, you got good chalk on your hands, you got your feet gripping the rock and everything, and you're going, right? And then you fall massively, right? You fall massively. That's just kind of like an analogy, but like that's how these high volume nodes work, and that's how these 200 MAs work, right? They're resistance until they're not. So it's important to look at those whenever you're taking any trade or investment, or whatever you're looking at getting at at the very best opportunity, because the first sign of turnaround is going to be this break of the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame for Solana and for all these assets right now. Everybody, look at this, man. Like you could go down the line. Bitcoin probably looks very similar, right? Bitcoin is already above the 1. That looks really, really good to me. Bitcoin's above the 1, flagging out. Let's get rid of some of this work here, make it a little clearer and easier to see, right? Bitcoin's getting above the 1, and we're already in a Bitcoin trade, so we're not going to dive in here and violate our risk analysis, right? But a trade idea, right? We may flag out here. We may get a little flaggeroonie, right? Flag and drag, J4, League of Legends, if anybody is out there who loves League of Legends. And what are we doing, everybody? We are just filling out this bullish divergence that happened here on the 5 minute time frame, right? We had a swing down here, right? Boop, boop, boop. With a much more massive swing down here, right? You want to see this swing up, but based down at its horizontal, that's still bullish divergence. If these lines kept going indefinitely, they would cross. That's how you can tell, right, if you have bullish divergence or not. You extend the lines. Will these lines ever cross? Yes. If the answer is yes, the answer is yes. Do you have bullish divergence, right? And we'll go over hidden bullish and hidden bearish at a later time, all in the beginner series, right? That's more on like the macro time frame, but the hidden bullish divergence and the bearish divergence, I see that play out a little more. But generally, when you see this bullish divergence here on the 5 minute time frame, right, or any time frame, you're looking for a sign of reversal. And again, it always doesn't play out, right? You had bull div right here, you had to swing up right here on the RSI, and you had to swing down a price. You got a reaction, but you did not break this high before you broke this low, right? So that did not pan out. But once you start getting, really extended in these divs, right, like you did right here, right, once you start getting really extended, that's likely that you're going to get a kick to the upside. I like how the 21's curving. We may do a flag here underneath the 200 for the 5 minute. The 21 will come up to meet price action. Shout out to the crypto lifer, the lifer sauce. This is the lifer sauce right here. 21 comes up in the price action, you have the flag right there, and you'll boom to the upside. Very likely, very likely. That is a model that he has taught me, and I like to incorporate into my trading strategy, right? And this is a pretty big flag with a pretty big flagpole. What happens, right? What happens when we break this flag to the upside? Look at where we come, right back to the highs before this dump earlier today, right? So it really is Chop City, everybody. I don't like the way this looked, but this is Chop City, Chop City, Chop City, right? And we're right in this, look at that high volume area that we're just diving in right here. A lot of Bitcoin exchanging hands. Even though the New York Stock Exchange is not open, everyone, the Asian stock markets are open right now. They are trading at will over there in Hong Kong and in China. Those markets are open. The Singapore markets are open. We'll see how that plays out as their trading day goes on, as they're about to get to lunch here in about 11 or get back from lunch here in about 11 minutes or so. All right, what coins do we want to see? What coins do we have? Storage coin. I haven't heard that one since 2021. Let's dive in. All right, so a little backstory on me, everybody. I got into crypto when I was getting into the Navy. Was just trying to find a way out and try to find a way that I never saw a way. I saw crypto as an opportunity, right? I didn't see opportunity in the stock market to be able to make me a millionaire. I want to become a millionaire. I will become a millionaire, and I'm gonna do it here in front of you guys. But and I'm not bragging. I just have that confidence in myself. I know I'm gonna do it. I have a great family and a great team behind me, a great lady to support me, and we are on that millionaire. We are on that millionaire trajectory, and we will get there. But I joined the Navy. I joined the Navy back in 2018. I sailed the high seas. Well, hardly. I was in shipyard for most of my career, but I did do one deployment at the end around South America, right? During that time, I realized, I was like, wow, this pay is awful. This is awful. Working full time is actually awful. What do I want out of life, man? I want my freedom. I want my freedom back, a freedom that I haven't had since I was 12 years old and I started working so I could go and purchase Yu-Gi-Oh cards, right, at the grocery store, because that's what I did with my money. Instead of buying Bitcoin at 10 cents, I decided to buy some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. What a wise investment it was, right? So that's what I did with my time. I worked a lot, right? And then, I saw crypto and I was like, wow, look at these guys making a massive amounts of money. Look at MM Crypto, a taxi driver who became a a absolute legend in the space, right? Crypto becoming an absolute legend in the space, a multimillionaire now from a taxi driver. I was like, how is that any different than me being a nothing in the Navy, right? It wasn't in my mind, right? So I saw this as a way. I saw people making 100x gains, 1000x gains at some point, and I was like, you won't see that. I don't see that in the stock market. This is where I want to be, right? And I did a lot of learning. I've lost a lot of money, when I started out, because I didn't know what risk management was. I didn't know how to manage my funds. I didn't know when to buy or sell. I would buy the big green candles, sell the massive red candles in fear, right? Like, I remember selling Bitcoin at 17K, and now we're looking at 100, and now I look back and I'm like, what was I doing, right? But hey, you live and you learn, and now I'm at a point where I really feel as I got a grasp, right, made some money through the crypto space, right, through spot, and made some massive money over the past year through leverage, right? And we've just been cooking. We've been honestly cooking and doing really, really well for ourselves. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. And that's why I'm here on YouTube, bringing you this content every single night. We are here doing these trading challenges with you guys, because I really, really, really want to share this with the community and show you guys that anyone can do this. Anyone can do this. I don't have any formal education. I went to college for a semester before it was a disaster, and I couldn't afford it anymore. And now I'm at an area in my life where I don't feel like I need that, right? I don't feel like I need a job in order to bring in the amount of money that I need to support myself and support my family and get to a point where I can start doing this for I am doing it full time now, but start doing this and get my lady out of her job, right? And that way we can just do what we want and get our freedom, right? Have our freedom, not have to go and answer to absolutely anybody. So that's why I'm here, man. That's why I'm here. I'm excited to bring this to you guys. Right, storage. Let's dive in. Storage, baby. We are coming up to the 4-hour 200 SMA, a contention point here. You do have a golden cross that is happening almost as we speak. The 21 sitting at 37.97, the 200 sitting at 37.99. So the golden cross about to happen. I prefer a candle closure upon that golden cross above the 200 SMA. We are sitting above. Let's see. Let's let the VRVP reset here. VRVP, baby. We're sitting just same story, different coin, right? We're sitting at that high volume node area, and you're consolidating in this symmetrical triangle. I do like what I'm seeing here. If we zoom on in to storage, baby, storage. I think I do have some storage on my ledger. It's been there since 2021. It's been a long time. All right. Boom. You got your shoulder, you got your head, you got your right shoulder. That is a massive head right there. All right, that is a massive head. All right, cool. You got a massive head right here. You get above this high volume node and you are gone, baby, gone on the 4-hour time frame for storage. This could be a massive whopping 48% move coming for storage, and it could happen very, very, very quickly. I'm excited to see if that could happen for storage. It wouldn't take much, right? You get above this 4-hour 200 SMA. I mean, all your moving averages, right? You have moving averages that are tight. You got your 1, you got to get over your 1. You got your 3, you got your 7, you got your 15 in here, right? You got your 30, you got your 2-hour, your 1 hour, you got your 3-hour. I know this is fast, right? But all these 200 MAs are sitting right here. And when they get tight, baby, when they get tight, that is screaming massive move incoming, Boyce Crypto. Massive move. We got the 4-hour here. Where's the daily, baby? Where's the daily? I'll tell you what, if we could start this trek right here, you start at the 1-minute time frame and you break this 200 MA, right? And I'm calling this right now for storage. You climb this ladder. When you climb this ladder, I don't think it would be a bad idea. It's going to follow Bitcoin and whatever it does, right? But storage looks a little more I'm looking a little more optimistic, a little more optimismly on storage right here. They're coming above the 1-minute 200, right? You'll come to the 3, you'll come to the 5, and you could climb this ladder all the way up, baby. You can climb this ladder all the way up and see if you can get that boom to the upside, right? They are all pretty clustered, telling me that there is a massive move inbound for storage. I do like that shoulder, head, right shoulder pattern coming out of the 1-hour time frame. You even have it potentially forming here in the but then you zoom in, right? So I see the shoulder, head, right shoulder on the 1 hour, right? Zooming out. But if I zoom in, right, let's get rid of this here. I'm seeing some confusing signals, right? Is this not a shoulder, head, right shoulder? So we got a shoulder, head, right shoulder with an inverse shoulder, head, right shoulder. You would have to break that neckline, right? You defy this shoulder, head, right shoulder. That shows massive strength for storage, and it can absolutely rocket to the upside, right? When was the last time we saw a shoulder, head, right shoulder get violated, right? Got violated as in went the other direction, not violated like people do to get thrown in jail. But you got Bitcoin here, right? BTC, good night. BTC, baby, on the perpetuals. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. I'm getting confusing indications on the storage, man. I really am. I really am. I wish I could tell you what way it's going to go, but a lot of these coins are just in this chop city, baby. Chop city. All right. When was the last time a shoulder, head, right shoulder got defied for Bitcoin? Let's dive in and look. We had a nasty, and this is on the 4-hour time frame, right? We had a nasty shoulder head. Let's maybe it's a little clearer on the 8 or the 12. You had a rearing. Look at this. This was disgusting. This was scaring people. It scared me, I'll tell you. Shoulder, head. Look at that right shoulder slanted to the downside, right? As this was coming down here, people were speculating on a massive, massive drop to the downside, right? Bitcoin defied that, right? Bitcoin defied that and went above that right shoulder. You had a pretty nasty move out of Bitcoin to the upside in a good way, right? Of 11.5%. You defy these head and shoulders. That is a massive, massive bullish sign in the near term. Drive uvula, drive uvula. Shout out to my dad, Kenneth, made me these cups, man. I love them. Don't tread on me. Looks good. Looks really good. Shout out to you, Kenneth. Thank you for that cup, man. All right. So that was the last time we saw a shoulder, head, right shoulder defied on Bitcoin, right? You could even argue there was one here, shoulder, head, right shoulder. You got defied, push to the upside. See, all these times the bears had the ability to take us down to lower price targets, and they have not been able to do it. Look at these wicks. Look at this buy pressure, right? Look at this buy pressure. All right, look at this buy pressure. I see on Twitter all the time, on Instagram, everybody likes big wicks, right? It gets auto-corrected to something else, but everybody likes big wicks, right? So you get this big dip to the downside, you get that big wick, and it gets pushed up. Big wick pushed up. We had this capitulation event. We're consolidating sideways. Are we going to have another big wick and push up? It's possible. I mean, that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin, right? But this daily candle's starting to turn around. But what did I tell you guys? When the stream started, baby? We have this resistance and support area. And I said, before the end of the stream, we're likely to come back up into this range. Here we are sitting at about 95.7, 96.6, 95.6 was that range. And look at that push up to the upside off of this 5-minute bullish divergence. So let's see if we can get this 5-minute crack of this 200 MA and continue this monumental run for Bitcoin. Let's see if we can get back up to that $100,000 level. It's going to happen fast, everybody. Look, we almost got here. Where were we? Hold on. On the 2-hour time frame, right? We almost got here. Look at this massive dump. That was disgusting. We were at $99,500 on Friday, everybody. The last day that the market was open, $99,500. I will say this. Everybody talks about CME gaps. I don't like trading CME gaps. They're super speculative, but they like getting filled. Well, Boyce Crypto, what is a CME gap? I'm not really sure what that is. Well, let's pull that up. Random citizen. I would love to go over that with you. Boop, 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 boop. Monday, Sunday. Oh, where is it? Come on, baby. Come on. Bitcoin all history. Nope. As we search here for where's Waldo? Bitcoin. All right, so a CME gap is a gap that's formed, right, whenever you see Bitcoin here, right, and it's charts that don't show Saturday and Sunday, right? Whenever you don't show Saturday and Sunday, this candle will close up here, right, or close down here on Friday and open up on Monday, right? So we have this area right here that we're looking at. We're going to zoom in. Boop. We're going to zoom in, right? This blue area represents when the candle closed on Friday at market close. This leaves what's called a CME gap, right? A CME gap. Come on, baby. Where are these? CME. Well, you see them on traditional markets, okay? You'll see them on traditional markets. Let's go back here. All right, but this area represents where the candle closed on Friday, right? When the candle opens on Monday, there is a 99.9% chance that this week, right, or in Bitcoin's near future, we come up and at least touch this price level. We usually get that candle body close on Friday followed by a touch of Monday, right? The market likes to leave off where it left off, right? Which was Friday at market close. So big institutions haven't had any say in this price action right here, despite how choppy it's been, right? The whales, the individual whales have been able to have their fun in their games. But when that liquidity comes in, Michael Saylor may come in and hit the buy button, bring this back up, fill the CME gap, right? And then we may, move down to, lower price targets. That could definitely happen. But right now I'm looking at this as a CME gap. You could gap up very, very quickly to about 96.1. That's only $400 from here, but that gives me faith in the middle of the night that we can get this pump to the upside. I really, 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 come on, baby. Come on, Bitcoin. Let's break it back above this 5-minute 200 SMA, and we could get going with this bull market here. We could get going with this big pump. We could potentially crack this high, and you can see altcoins recover like never before. Let's see if we could get some kind of flag forming here, right? And we don't know how this flag is going to form, right? It could have any kind of slope, right? It could slope like this. It could slope like this. It can't slope like that, but like if it's flat, if we flag out here underneath the 5-minute 200 MA while the 21 comes up in the price action, that's like the rocket ship right there. We will respect that on the way up. Look right here. We got above the 21, right? We had that golden cross. We respect the 21. You respect the 21 until you don't anymore, right? And then once you break the 21, you're likely to come back down to the 200 MA, including like when we have a dump, right? We had a massive dump. We came back up, tested 200 MA. We broke to 21. We broke above the 21. We came up, tested 200, we broke the 21, right? And the 21 served as support the entire way down, right? Just like looking at pumps, you could look at dumps the same way if you invert your chart, right? We got above the 21, the 21, the 21, the 21, until it doesn't, right? The 21, the 21, the 21, the 21, the 21, the 21. I will scream that until I'm blue in the face. Well, I won't scream. I got a roommate sleeping, but if I could scream, I would. I do my right. I could do that. Get the uvula going a little bit. Maybe that's why it gets dry. Maybe that's why it dries up a little bit. But yeah, that flag can definitely form here on the 5-minute time frame. I'd like to see that play out. It looks like it could play out in the next 30 minutes or so. We'll be here to see that flag consolidate, and who knows, maybe we just get above and we go on an absolute moonshot mission. I think that's a little more unlikely. I am also seeing this kind of vibe here. Is this going to be a shoulder, a head, right? And are we going to get a right shoulder out of here, right? Kind of goes in confluence with the flag, right? We make that shoulder head. The flag serves as our shoulder, right? That's a even bigger target because you go at it vertically, vice horizontally, right? And you get that break of the neckline right here. You get the break of the neckline, and you are definitely going back up. The price target of that inverted head and shoulders would be that prior high. We could sweep the liquidity there. I'm sure the shorts that have opened up here, right? Definitely with that double top scenario going. You didn't have any bearish div or anything. So, you had slight bearish div. That didn't swing up as high as this did. So that was a little bit of bearish div that did play out. But we'll see how that plays out over time. Drop your coins in the chat, everybody. Drop your coins in the chat. For those of you just dropping in, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm excited to go over any coins that you guys want to go over. Our stream tomorrow is moving to 9:30 Central Time, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, everyone. And that will be that way for the foreseeable future. So we do not interfere with the PMG family stream. And we were able to get a greater reach for people on the East Coast, right? Streaming at midnight by 10:30, right? I know 10:30 gets past some people's bedtimes. That is what it is. I'm up all night, right? I'm kind of like a DJ like that, so that is okay. But I want to reach as many people as possible and share this experience and journey with as many people as possible. So we're going to be shifting that time, and I hope all of you can enjoy some more sleep. I know each and every one of you set your alarms so that you could come and join Boyce Crypto at midnight. That is very, very awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you, right? But that does interfere with your sleep, and I would like to do it at 9:30. We are going to reach out to a massive community. I am excited to do that with all of you. 9:30, everybody. 9:30 starting tomorrow. Mark it on your calendar. Tell your mom, tell your dog. Boyce Crypto will be streaming at 9:30 tomorrow, bringing you all this hot, juicy action from the market. And you know what's cool about 9:30? 9:30, baby. What is that? What's special about that? The Asian markets open, right? And not your local Asian market down the store that sells the really good noodles, the Asian market across the Pacific that trades stocks just like we do here on the New York Stock Exchange. So that's what I'm looking at for 9:30. I'm super excited to bring that to all of you, bring all this energy, and I hope everyone is enjoying the stream. Back to the bubbles. Let's look at the hour. We're getting, oh man, I've been seeing these red, constant red. It's just been absolute bloodbath lately. But hey, we are seeing some green. We're seeing some revival here. Virtuals getting a nice pump. We did call the bottom for virtuals here on Twitter just a couple days ago at $1.03. We got that massive push to the upside for virtuals, and even despite the massive carnage that's happened today in the markets, virtuals has shown some strength off of what the daily bullish divergence. It has been one of, hey Bernie, what's up, man? It has been one of the massive plays of this cycle. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. We longed Velo yesterday. That was cool. You know, Link, we got stopped out of some things. We got our videos going. Come and check those out. Leave a like, comment, everybody. I appreciate it. It helps the algorithm. Subscribe to good old Boyce Crypto. I will be here for you every single day, baby. Every single day. Where is this link call, baby? Where is this link call? It goes down pretty far. Oh, that was when I was a DJ and gambler back in the day. We were betting on sports a lot, but now we found probabilities, right, that we could take advantage of. Ethereum. That was the bullish dip. That was 2 hours ago. Where is this? Anyway, you guys can scroll through my Twitter at Boyce102. And we did call that reversal for virtuals, right? We called that reversal for virtuals. I shout out to Elon, my friend, all the time. And we were on the way. We had Chainlink. Yeah. Oh, maybe that was on YouTube. I do post on YouTube. Yeah, that was where it was. Yeah, I posted on YouTube that reversal. So go ahead and check that out on my post. Drop a like. Let me know what you guys are thinking. When it comes to the virtuals protocol. I think it's really cool. The AI space really heating up, and I'm gaining a lot of massive traction. Ooh. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been on ChatGPT, man, but it is fun. It is fun. It can do everything for you. And this is just to show you the power of AI. Let's pull up a good old ChatGPT here. And this ChatGPT, this has been out forever, right? And you could say, you know, it could do anything for you. It's so cool, right? You get on here, it's completely free. You get like 10 asks a day, and you know I use it for YouTube automation and everything. And you could say like, hey, what, you know, you could ask it anything, but I like it. You know, write a story about the most legendary upcoming crypto trader, Boyce Crypto. Just throwing one out there that's kind of, you know, getting a little bit of attention lately, right? And how he became how he became. Sorry guys, uvula is getting dry. My lady put lemon and lime in my water, and now it's just shriveling up my uvula. How he became the you know, the knight of the seven kingdoms. Who has a dragon named Steve. And it'll write a story for you. The legend of Boyce Crypto, the Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, and his dragon, Steve. And it will go down. And look how quick it writes this story for you. So if you want to fantasize about anything, I'm not saying anything, but just you could throw that in, armed with nothing but his legendary live trading streams and an unbreakable belief in the next breakout. He roamed the land seeking the ultimate trade, one that would not only restore the fortune, but bring balance to the markets. Oh, I may quote that. Copywritten, and there it goes. It's still going, baby. Throwing unique twists and everything. I'll read through this about this legendary guy. I think I've seen him on YouTube once or twice. This is going to be a great story. It'll be a great read for everyone. I will post that on Twitter for you all to read later. It is going to be a mammoth story coming out, maybe a bestseller. I will sign autographs after our trading competition is complete on any of those copies you guys would wish to purchase. All right, diving in. Hey, Michaela B, the Comcast love. Thank you, girl. Thank you for the Comcast love. Yep. Yeah, he's doing good. He's recovering. We're diving in. We got some green on the hour. It's good to see. Who's the biggest winner? Virtuals, right? Telcoin, Sui, Ondo, baby. Thank you for getting a little bit of a pump. We want Ondo to moon. It's one of our bigger bags. It's really good, really good. What coins do you guys want to go over? Drop them in the chat. I want to see them. I will go over whatever coins you guys want. I'm super active in my comments. I respond to every comment on every YouTube video that I do. I'm like, what's up? Thanks for the comment. If you have any questions, shoot me a message, shoot me a comment. I will get back to you literally in like 5 minutes. I love staring at my phone and answering questions about crypto. This is what I do all day, baby. This is what I do all day. I love it. My lady loves it. My whole family loves it. We are a crypto family. You guys are part of my crypto family here. Shoot the coins in the chat if you guys want to go over anything. While we do that, let's look and see how the good old dominance is doing. Good old Bitcoin dominance. What is Bitcoin dominance? We go over this every day on the stream. This is the area. Woo! Look at that pumperoonie. This is the chart that shows you how much money. Let's zoom out here. Shows how much money is in the altcoin market, right? Is it dry sometimes? Yes, it's dry sometimes. We've been in a 2-year macro uptrend and we need this to break to the downside. Why, Boyce Crypto? Why do we care about Bitcoin dominance? Because when Bitcoin dominance starts to fall, like right here, you're going to see what's called alt season. You're going to see those massive catapulting gains in your altcoins. Your Doge with Umbrella coin is going to pump to the moon. Your XRP, your Ethereum, your everything, every coin and its mom is going to jump through the moon when Bitcoin breaks its 200 MA on the daily time frame. That is what we are tracking here. Currently sitting in the golden pocket retracement on the bearish side for a 618786 retrace, right? We took our fib, right? Our Fibonacci. Let's go on the weekly. It's a little easier, right? Falling wedge. Let's see if we can get that break. So from the local swing high down to the swing low, that gives us our Fibonacci. It looked like we bounced. We did bounce off the 618 and we had that little alt season, right? Can we go deeper? Deeper. Can we go deeper? That's what she said, right? But we pushed up into that golden pocket region. Are we going to get, we got that rejection off this 706. That's good. Are we going to get a 786 retest here for the Bitcoin dominance chart? Bitcoin dominance has shown some massive strength and it doesn't show any strength or sign of slowing down on the 4 hour. It is going massively. Look on the 1 hour. I think it just had a monumental candle that dwarfed everything. Yeah, this was a supersized candle right here. This is a big one, right? Broke above that 200 MA and we were gone. We closed that candle and we were gone, right? Let's look at the 5 minute. Yeah, this looks like a massive bull flag forming. Watch your altcoins, everybody. Watch your altcoins. This is the time where they could get into a little bit of trouble, right? You're forming a flag, a pretty deep flag, right? Why? Because that flagpole is so long, right? That pole be long, and we could get a push to the upside up to that 62% level. That doesn't seem like a major move, right? But 1%, that's 1% coming out of your altcoins, 1.2% coming out of your altcoins and going into Bitcoin. So as Bitcoin's pumping, your altcoin's either staying stagnant or money's flowing from your altcoin into Bitcoin, right? That's not what we want to see from the altcoins perspective. We want to see this dump, baby. We want to see this dump. We want to see this falling wedge eventually dump, which is why I'm speculating on this golden pocket retracement playing out from the Fibonacci, right? We need this rejection to happen. We had the rejection at the 618. Let's zoom in here. I love the colors. Stimulates me. They stimulate me, baby. All right. Yeah, we got this golden pocket right here in between this line here, the 618 and the 786, right? We are currently sitting in that golden pocket, an area that assets love to retrace to before reversing. We did have this shooting star pattern that happened here. That was a good sign of a bottom. I am loving, everybody. Let's get rid of this, right? Keep in mind that we're in the golden pocket. We're in a falling wedge or a rising wedge that breaks to the downside a large period of time. We did get above the 1 hour 200 SMA, but what's screaming at us in the charts right now, everybody? What is screaming at us, right? Except for my girlfriend being too loud in the other room, right? We have a swing up right here on the price action while we have a swing down on the weekly for the RSI. That is weekly bearish divergence, everybody. That is exactly what you want to see after a 2-year uptrend if you want downside price action. Not downside when it comes to price, but downside when it comes to this percentage, right? When it comes to this Bitcoin dominance percentage. This dominance says Boyce Crypto, we are going to likely break this 54.64% level. God, this uvula. Baby, can you get me some non-sour water? Thank you, my love. All right, cool. Awesome. The lemon, man, I'll tell you, it quenches the uvula. All right, so we got that swing up in price with that swing down in the RSI, right? Telling us that we are likely to break this low before this high. If that happens, that's alt season, baby. That's alt season. This is telling me that we don't have much longer to go, right? Before we're going to get to that alt season. These are weekly candles, but to me, that's telling me that there's signs of weakness here, right? We don't have bearish div. We've been forming bearish div, right, on the weekly for a long period of time, right? That's one, that's two, right? Ever since this high right here, yep, that high to this high, right? And we still didn't break this low. So that's telling me that we got some lows to break here before we break any higher. That tells me that this bearish divergence is likely to play out, right? We had something similar on the 5-minute time frame earlier for Bitcoin. We formed the bullish divergence, right? That was attempting to kick us out. It didn't work out, right? And then it happened again, right? We had double bullish divergence, and that's what got us that kick to the upside on bitty Bitcoin right here, right? Did not happen here, right? But it did happen here, right? So where we had that slight swing down, right? This was triple, 1, 2, 3, right? On that swing down, and you had 1, 2, 3, right? Including that wick, right? And that triple bearish divergence is what kicked the city upside. So divergence doesn't have to kick in the first time it rears its head, but eventually you start making some lower low or higher lows, or slightly higher lower lows and massive lower lows on the price. You are going to get a reaction off of that divergence 9 times out of 10, unless you have a mass capitulation event, right? We'll delete that work right there. Hey, I appreciate you, my dear. You're a legend. You're a legend. Thank you, Waterburger. I love you. All right. Love that normal water. Oh, I love it. All right, what coins do you guys want to see in the chat? What coins do you guys want to see in the chat? Drop them in if you guys are interested. Hey, everybody, I am not seeing a lot in the chat. That is okay. If you guys don't have any questions, I'm gonna start wrapping this up here. We got our ChatGPT story that will be posted in on my X. I'm excited to bring that to you guys. What a legendary story about the legend of Boyce Crypto, the Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, and his dragon Steve. I'm excited to bring that to you. We'll be monitoring crypto bubbles and the charts all the way throughout the night. Stay in tune with me, everybody, as the night goes on. Follow me on Boyce Crypto to see if I get out of my trades, see if I add any trades. Keep in contact with what I'm doing, or watch, follow me with what we are doing on X, all for free, all my ideas, right? I want to bring that to you guys and expand our community. Keep in mind, tomorrow night, baby, 9:30, put it in your calendars. Tell your dog, tell your girlfriend, tell your wife, right? 9:30 Central Time, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time for the live stream starting tomorrow. And that is going to be awesome, everybody. We're going to reach so many more people. We're going to have this chat popping. We're going to have everything popping, and we're going to bring this community to a greater and higher level. Thank you, everybody. Drop a like and a comment on the stream. Let me know what your favorite crypto projects are for this upcoming bull market. And I want to see what projects perform the best, and I want to see what coins you guys want to go over tomorrow on the live stream in front of everybody at 9:30, in front of everybody at 9:30 Central Time, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. You guys have been here with me since I've been streaming at midnight. You guys are absolute legends. Thank you so much for your support. What's up? You want to see Kaito? All right, the lady wants to see Kaito. The lady wants to see Kaito. Kind of sounds like Kaiji, right? I think the Kaiji were the ones that weren't the Kaiji or Kaiju, the ones in Pacific Rim, right? They come down and kick down the walls and everybody fights them with the aliens. I love that movie. I love that movie. A little strange with that love sesh with the guy between that one and Pacific Rim 2. Wasn't a big fan of that. Kaito, baby, Kaito. Oh, what is that? Kaito? Sin Nasty Kid, what's up, man? Why am I not seeing this? Why am I not seeing this in the chat? Kaito, baby. Welcome, Sin Nasty Kid. I'm excited that you're here. I am excited that you're here, man. Hey, we'll go over Kaito, Jasmine. Oh, yo. Hey, Hey, everybody, hang around. Let's get all these requests here. My phone is being trash, and you know, I have my phone through Comcast. If I got to go back, that guy's just getting out of the ER. I will send him right back there, everyone. I will send him right back there if I can't get my live chat updating. What in the world? All right, I got the art, the jeans. Michaela, what's up? Comcast lore, it may be lore, it may not. I'm telling you, that Comcast guy is going to get some. We want to look at, let's go down the list. So thank you for your request. Jasmine, baby, Jasmine, the Japanese Bitcoin speculation. Jasmine, let's dive in. I haven't seen a lot on Jasmine ever since, gosh, it had to have been before the election, right? Just like all these other coins that Jasmine may have been absolutely ripping. It looks like it's struggled ever since then. Oh, I do remember it had that massive run to the upside. So what I'm looking at, we're below the daily 200. Not a good sign. That is not what I want to see. But man, I will tell you this. We got to pull our fib here. This is a massive cup and handle, right? It's hard to zoom out and look at these time frames when you are seeing absolute carnage on the lower time frames. It's important to zoom out. Bigger time frames take precedent over smaller time frames, right? You have your cup, right? Why are my lines white and my our cup is white? Our cup is yellow and our handle is white. I will fix that, right? But hey, we got this nice cup and handle forming. If you're speculating on Jasmine here at these prices, it is critical. It is critical, baby, that we hold above these high volume nodes that were established here. You have a high volume node, right, sitting at that 0.02095 that 0.02095 level. Super important, right, to get back above that. So we want to be looking at that on the short time frames, even on the daily and the 4 hour, right? I'm seeing some good bullish divergence forming here for Jasmine, right? You have a swing up, right? You have a higher low forming on the 4 hour, right? While you have price trending down, right? That's bullish divergence right there. It's telling me that we're going to break this high, right? And this would be the ideal entry point because you're sitting near that prior low, right? Or the low's sitting right here, right? So it's telling us that we're going to break this high before we break this low. This divergence has been rearing its head on a lot of these assets. So if Bitcoin can hold up here, I think this divergence is going to play out, especially since you've seen it on the 4 hour here, man. This is a massive time frame to see divergence on. Let's dive into the 15 minute. Let's see. Yeah, you got massive bullish divergence on the 15, man. You got a slight swing down there with a massive swing down here on price, saying we're going to break that high before that low. Yeah, you got a massive bullish divergence there. That would kick you back above that high volume node, right? That we said was at 0.0209, right? Like right in here. So that'll be really good to see. You may form something like this. You may form a cup and handy, right? A cup and handle. All right, you already got a flag forming. There's a lot going on in the charts here in the smaller time frames. Let's dive in. Speculative ideas, right? You got the cup and you have the handle, right? Well, where would I get in on a cup and handle if I'm speculating on that, Boyce Crypto? Man, my uvula is taking some punishment from these accents, everybody. I don't even know what that is, right? But we could dive down here to the 786 and get that bounce, right? Off the cup and handle, you're looking for the golden pocket entry if you're speculating on a cup and handle here for the Jasmine token, right? That is very possible. You also have, if you zoom in on these smaller time frames, you have kind of a bull flaggy going on right here. Let's get rid of this. Bull flag, baby, bull flag. Boop. And these can slant down pretty hard sometimes. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, you have a horizontal resistance, or you got two downward sloping resistance lines. You break the top one, you're going to likely go the length of that flagpole, right? You can take a conservative target right here, and that will push you back above what? The 3-minute 200 SMA. And then what is that going to do, Boyce Crypto? Oh, that's going to take us to the 5-minute 200 SMA, and we're above the 21. Does that look likely to happen when we're over the high volume node right here? We're coming up to another one, but it's not as deep as these two right here that are equal in length, right? Does that mean, Boyce Crypto, we're coming back up to the 0.020810 level? I think it is very, very likely as we go into the night here on this 5-minute time frame. Yes, I do think that is highly, highly likely for Jasmine here in the near term. I think we're going to see some relief here throughout the night, right? Despite this red that we're seeing on the 15-minute time frame, right? I guarantee we see some green here. We see a little bit of green, not a lot of punishment. Yeah, you're seeing a mixture of red and green, right? If one of these is red, right, the tab in and of itself, it just shows that over 50% are red compared to green, right? And that can be skewed a little bit by the micro price action, right? But on the hour, we're seeing a little bit of relief. Let's see if we get this pump here. It is all dependent on Bitcoin, baby. Bitcoin, baby, Bitcoin. We'll see if we get that pump to the upside. We need to break above that 5-minute 200 SMA, right? And move hot to higher prices. We're looking for that flag, and we're looking for that push. All right, let's see here. Let's dive in. Hey, that's my overview for Jasmy on the smaller time frames. You're looking at a macro. Hopefully this is a 786, man. I would like to see a 786 here coming out of Jasmy. Let's pull our Fibby. Let's pull our Fibonacci, right? From the bottom here, from the bottom. Hit once, twice, 3 times, right? That is our low to the high. So altcoins sometimes do revert down to the 886 retracement, which is this red line right here. That's your line in the sand. That's it. That's it. I don't want to see Jasmy close a candle below this level right here. You're sitting right on a high volume node. That would scream weakness to me. And again, anything could happen. It's crypto. It could blow up in my face. But I wouldn't, if this closes below the 886, closes, right? Not wicks, right? Currently we're sitting below. But if it closes below the 886 and we can't maintain this high volume node, you're likely, I hate to say it because I like Jasmy as a project too, you're likely to come back and test these lows, this area that's been confluent over the past year, right? You've had 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3 bounce, 4 bounce, 5 bounce, 6 bounce, and are you coming down for a 7th bounce? Nobody wants to see that, right? But it is looking kind of likely here for Jasmy in the near term. You did have a little bit of bull div, but it just that wick may have played it out. Nah, I can't say that, man. Right, so that's what I'm looking at for Jasmy here. You need a bounce here. You need a bounce sooner rather than later, and you want to bounce off that 886, and you want to do it today. The market's open. It's going to drive a lot of these altcoins either to a massive bounce or it could be a cataclysmic drop, right? How far is this back down to its next support, right? This is another 20 or 17% drop. That's pretty nasty, man. If you're on any leverage that's higher than 5x, whoo, baby, whoo. That is ridiculous. All right, so that's carnage. Sin Nasty Kid, welcome, man, welcome. I don't know what's going on with my phone. I got to revisit the Comcast guy, but Kaito, baby, Kaito. Somebody brought Kaito to our attention the other day on the stream. Let's go over it. Let's see how it's doing. Good old deck screener for anything that's new. Oh, look at this. Is that Yeezy? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I saw Yeezy up there. Yeezy on Soul. Got me a little heart racing. That's not the right one. That's not the real one. All right. Just got to shoot to the top real quickly. I promise you. All right. Kaito. Sorry, I was like a squirrel with a nut there. I had to look. Kaito. Kaito. Kaito, baby, Kaito. We made a video on Kaito the other day, diving into the project and what it is. Essentially, right, this is the Google for crypto. This is the Google for crypto. That is what this project aims, in simple terms, to do. To be the crypto Google, right? You won't have any ads that are screwing with you during your crypto research, right? Giving you stuff that's just paid advertisements from a bunch of random companies that you do not care about, right? Like whenever I'm shopping on Amazon, I get mattresses, right? All the time. Mattresses, mattress pads. I don't know if I talk about sleeping a lot. I don't think so, right? But why am I getting advertisements for mattresses? How often do you buy a mattress? I haven't bought a mattress in forever, but I get advertisements for mattresses all the time. I'm not going to see that mess on Kaito. That's the beauty of it, right? You're going to be filtered things through this AI that you are specifically interested in. Are you interested in high-risk memes? Are you interested in utility? Are you interested in just Bitcoin? Kaito is going to sort all that for you, baby. I love the tokenomics of this project. I will say that. With that being said, it is new. It is new. You have a $403 million market cap, and in crypto, that is tiny, baby. I mean, it's not the smallest, you know what I mean? It's not the smallest, you know, but it is a tiny market cap, right? So based off its inception, we do have a little bit of a flag. I wouldn't even call that a flag. I mean, it's pretty extended, but I would take this as a wedge for what it is worth, right? You had massive support here, came down, almost touched, You touched once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times on the upper trend line, once, twice, 3 times on the upper trend line. This is your trend until it's the end, right? This is what you're looking at for Kaito. Can we see Kaito here in the near term rocket to higher prices? I think so. The holders are staying relatively steady. I think it was around it was in the upper 80,000s. We still had 10 liquidity providers last time we looked at this project, just I think yesterday, right? Last night on the stream. Kaito, baby, Kaito. And I went over in the video and I said, hey, I am bullish on Kaito, baby. When you're looking at things on Dex Screener, people do confuse it sometimes with memes, right? Oh, everything on Dex Screener is a meme. No, not everything on Dex Screener is a meme. Legitimate projects get launched on these on platforms all the time, right? The most recent one in my mind being Hyperliquid and the Virtuals ecosystem, right? They came on here and did absolute damage, right? This is just a screener to show you things that are not on CoinMarketCap yet. In order to get on CoinMarketCap, you need to submit an application, a white paper, and you need to get approved by their team before CoinMarketCap lists your project. Just like TradingView. I probably can't, I don't know if I can look up Kaito on TradingView. Maybe I can. Oh yeah, baby, here we go. Whoop. Oh yeah, there we go. Kaito perpetuals, right? You can even trade this perpetuals. That is cool. That's cool. So you can take out leverage positions on Kaito. That is incredibly risky. But hey, look at this. We got above the 5-minute 200 MA. You got a little pump there. You got a pump there. You know, you treated it as support and you were gone, right? Are you treating this as a flag here on the 5-minute time frame? I think it is definitely likely. You want to watch out for that shoulder, head right shoulder, right? But is this a bull flag looming its head, right? And it's kind of weird with these candles. These candles are a little larger than normal, right? Just because of the newness of the project and the amount of money that could flood in and move a $490 million market cap asset that quickly, right? But Kaito looks like it's ready to go, man. It looks like it's ready to go on the 5-minute time frame. It looks like it could push higher prices to 5 minutes in there. Let's see the 15-minute. Yeah, you want to see that 15-minute come up, meet price action. On the 21, and you can get some higher prices out of Kaito here. That flag looks a little skewed on this time frame, but that's what I'm looking for. I would watch out for any kind of bear div that kind of forms. You're kind of forming it right here with that swing across, right? That swing across right here on price action, while you have a swing down on the RSI. Just something you want to keep on your radar, especially if you're looking to trade this with high leverage, right? With high leverage. But as anything, anytime we take out a leverage position, we always use shields, baby. Shields. We are good knights in shining armor here. Like our great story, Boyce Knight the Legend, he always uses his shield and his unbreakable belief in the next breakout, right? And moving back over here to Kaito, we're using that 21. Look at we support the 21 support, 21 support, 21 support. That 21 is likely going to come up, meet price action before you go to higher prices. You're having a little bit of bear divs saying that is very likely, right? But the 21 is pretty new. The 200 on the 15, look at the 200. It's not even that old. It came out at 6 hours ago, right? 8 hours ago. So these moving averages, you know, they are not going to form on any of these time frames until that 200 of those time frames have passed, and then it will start, right? So you're not going to have it on the 1 hour, right? Because there haven't been 200 1-hour periods that have passed since this project's inception, right? I do like this, right? On the 1 hour, tell me this is not an Adam and Eve double bottom, right? I just noticed this as we zoomed out. I just noticed this in the charts. I was sitting at the subway. And trains were who am I? I was sitting at the subway and the trains were driving by, and I had to show you guys this in the charts, right? Shout out to Crypto, man. Shout out to Crypto. I made a little bit of a pit standing right there, but it's all right. I'm sweating with passion for you guys. Sweating with passion. I was on the beach. I was laying down, and the crowd crawled up my shorts, and I saw something in the charts, right? Shout out to Crypto, man. I love your videos, man. They're super funny. All right. One of the OGs in the space, been here for 2017, cab driver turned into millionaire success. One of my great inspirations, right? All right, so we have this Adam and Eve double bottom on Kaito, right? Taking that Adam and Eve formation. These break out 90% of the time in the crypto space whenever I see them. It's crazy that the one we called out the other day on the crypto chart looked like it was not going to play out, but we are still currently hovering in that Adam and Eve on the 4 hour, right? It looked like it wasn't going to play out. That 1 hour Adam and Eve did play out, and now we're currently sitting in the 4 hour. We made that higher low, and we are looking to go to higher prices. Hopefully, if this div can kick in and the fear in the market does not get any worse, right? We have the Adam and Eve forming. You got that nice rounded bottom. I'm liking what I'm seeing here for Kaito. Pretty speculative here. Pretty speculative on this asset, right? I mean, I think I have a Yeah, I'll look at Kaito. I'm going to dive into it a little deeper. We may purchase some Kaito on the live maybe tomorrow. I want to see how this kind of formation plays out. If we break above this trend line, my trading plan. Boyce Crypto, what is your trading plan for Kaito? Well, if I see Kaito throughout the night, right, if I see it fall through this resistance, you know, and touch this upper trend line, I would be looking for weakness, right? A bearish retest before further falling down to the downside, right? Just like anything, you have a plan, right? We can make money whether the market is going up or the market is going down, but you need to have a trading plan and a good risk management strategy in order to make it in this space. So let's see, what are we going to be doing, right? So I'm going to be looking for a break of this trend line. We break below, right? We touch, and I'm going to be looking for a 2-to-1 trade to the downside. Am I bearish? No, absolutely not. But it is what it is, right? We get that retest. I'll put a stop loss below the prior low, and I'll go 2-to-1, right? Since you can trade this on perpetuals, right? Well, Boyce Crypto, it's a bullish asset. Well, it could be. It definitely could be, right? That's why I'm going to be watching the wedge, right? So let's dive into a long scenario. What am I going to be doing for a long? Well, right now I do like that shoulder, head, right shoulder. It did end up breaking out to the upside, and you're flagging out, right? A more aggressive entry would be to enter now, speculating on a breakout of this this horizontal resistance that's above us, right? But what I'm going to be looking for, right, just because it's really new, right, I'm going to be looking for a break of this, right? I'm not going to chase a green candle, but I'm going to be looking for a back test right here. On these newer assets, I love to see back tests and valid price action in order to see us move higher in price, and for me to feel confident that I got a good trade entry, right? So that would be a beautiful, right, wherever this low is, right, even if it's down here, that would be a beautiful 2.72 to 1 risk reward ratio. It does look, man, it looks like it could go higher than 220, honestly. We break out of that flag. It is on Coinbase. Hey, whenever you get something on Coinbase, be cautious. I'm not going to say everything that ends up on Coinbase is fine, right? Because the CEO, Brian Armstrong, I think, yeah, he's pretty adamant about like a free market, right? And a free market is a less restrictive market. So with him being in there as a CEO, I mean, yeah, there is an approval process, but there have been rugs on Coinbase, right? I'm not saying this is a rugger. It doesn't look like it's going to be with 87,000 holders, and there's not a lot of, there is a large amount of supply and a couple of wallets. I'm not saying it's a rugger, right? It looks like they have good tokenomics, and if this is a team that wants to really change the way we look at things from a search perspective and an information perspective, let's dive in. I think it could do some massive numbers. Yeah, man, I'm seeing that. If this flag does form out, right, I would play it on the more cautious side and get in at the support level right here, make it a little neater, get in at this support level, right? If you're speculating on this flag, right, if I were to make a trade, I would wait for a bottom support test, put a stop below, probably that low right there, and I would go for the flag target at about 3-to-1. And at least then, man, you're locking in guaranteed gains. If you get resistance up here at this overarching resistance point, who cares? You're already out of the trade, baby. But if you do want to take that, right, you could even take 50% here and say, hey, we're going to 220, baby. We're going to the moon, baby. This big wedge is going to break out. Look at that. There are some traders that go on these, right? And how many of these trades do you need to win in order to be profitable? 13. Out of 13 trades, you need to win 1. You need to win a single trade, right? That's the beauty of risk reward. That's why we always trade 2-to-1, because we only need to win 33% of our trades, baby, in order to break even. And we're aiming to win 50, 60, 70, 100% of our trades. That's what we're aiming for. It doesn't happen in reality, right? That's why you have to have a good trading plan. So that is what I am looking at for Kaito, man. I agree with you. I think it could definitely hit 220. I think it could go beyond that, right? I really do. On this 1 hour time frame, it looks strong. You get a squeeze like this. Look at this. Kaito had the ability to move in a single hour 72%. You have a similar move like this and you get some kind of squeeze like that, you'll be up at 289, you know, before you even wake up in the morning. You'll be like, holy crap, what happened? I was just talking last night with Boyce Crypto about Kaito, and then it ripped to $2.74. Holy bejesus, right? So that is something that you want to keep in mind, that these new assets can move massively, right? With that being said, you had a 72% candle in one direction. In 3 hours, you could have a 28% correction. So whenever you're using leverage on this, just understand that it's very easy to get wicked out in these assets. I would use something like 2 or 3x whenever you're trading a more speculative asset like this early on in its run. Again, the asset came out, what are we on, the 24th? It came out on the 20th. We've been tracking this for the past 4 days. I did make a video on it. I am excited to see where Kaito goes in the future. We may have found, and by we, I mean this family in the chat, right? We may have just found the new gem of the cycle. You know, Virtuals started on here, and Virtuals was trading in the pennies before it ran up to its $5 behemoth level, right? what kind of market cap can this address? Well, you guys know how big Google is, right? Can this be the Google for crypto? Can it take over that space? Speculatively, like it definitely can, right? If you're a speculative investor, this is definitely worth taking a look. All right. What else we got in the chat here? What else we got in the chat? We got Kaito. We got Jasmine. We went over that. Kaito, please. Kaito pumping. Kaito pumping, baby. We went over Jasmine. Michaela, thank you. Hey, like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends and everything. This is going to be the next big crypto community, everybody. I'm telling you guys, look, I just got my video editing software. These upcoming videos are going to be legendary. Legendary. I've already started tweaking with them. Oh, boy. It's going to be juicy. It's going to be juicy. I am so excited to share those with you guys. Hey, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it. So, you want to go over Algo, man? Hey, let's do it. I'm here. You guys are here for me. I'm here for you. Algo, baby. Algo. Algorand. I know this one has a massive, massive dividend it pays out. I think Algo does have a massive dividend. Has a massive APY. At least on Coinbase it does. Yeah, 10 to 14%. Massive, massive APY, right? And that's on the ledger. But I know Coinbase allows it to be staked. I think that's a little jacked, right? How is Coinbase going to give you 5.91%, but on your ledger you get 10 to 14? I remember it used to be. If it's 5%, it could be, depending on where you stake it. It could be a little higher. So if you're planning on staking algorithm or Algorand or any asset, right? Ethereum, Solana, anything, I highly recommend that you do your research and find out where you're going to get the best APY, baby, the best APY. All right, let's go back into the algo chart. Let's dive in. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Here we are for Algorand. Algorand was a coin that was getting decimated, right? Back here in early or late 2024. And then all of a sudden, it came out of nowhere and it was the hottest thing since sliced bread. This run was insane. A month. And you had a 4.5x without leverage. Algo, baby, Algo. What happened? What happened, Boyce Crypto? How did that even happen? Well, we broke above that daily 200 SMA. Boom, right? We broke below, right? Showed weakness. Boom. We did have that wick. That would have wicked you out right there. That would have wicked me out. We got above the daily 200 SMA. And boom, to the upside. And here we are again, testing that daily 200 SMA. It is critical. It is critical that, oh man, that was puberty Boyce right there. That was puberty Boyce Crypto. Aww. It is critical that Algo holds this level. Super key, super key. The daily 200 SMA is my line in the sand as to whether I am a bull or a bear for the asset. It is. It just is what it is. That's just how I view the market, right? You know, if you view the market as bullish when things are under the 200 MA, kudos to you. I do not. All right, so... All right, here we go. Here we go. We do look like we're falling in this wedge here. You could argue, oh, but we're making a bullish bullhorn, right? I don't see those often in crypto. You could say like utilizing the wicks. You could say that you're in this bigger flag. I am more of a fan of the everybody? The cup and handle that is forming here, right? This is kind of a half cup, half handle, or a half cup handle, right? Let's see. Draw it out here. You got your rounded bottom. Love to see it. We had that massive push to the upside, and now we have our handle here. And same thing for all these assets. We're sitting in these massive cup and handles, right? Sitting in these massive cup and handles, waiting to see what Bitcoin's going to do. Yeah, to me that was a broken pattern. Okay, here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that this was a bull flag. It broke to the upside, right? And it broke back down inside the pattern. That's what I'm seeing right there for the cup and handle, right? Cup and handles break out a large percentage of the time, about 65% of the time, to the upside, right? So what we're looking at here is for a reaction off this daily 200 SMA, right? As you can see, we're getting a little bit of a pump up there, which is good. Zooming in on the smaller, ooh, man, I can't believe that scaling does that, right? But we have a massive pump looking like it's about to ensue for Ondo. Well, that's crazy. We've been getting beat down like crazy. Yes, but when this asset decides to turn around, just like all altcoins, when they decide to turn around, they turn around and they turn around hard. Trade idea. Put a stop below the recent capitulation wick, right? Stop below there, maybe a little deeper. That's a 10-to-1 risk-reward ratio off the macro cup and handle. Oh, Boyce, we get a week away. Boyce, my target isn't hit yet. Yeah, these are daily candles, man. This is going to take months to play out, potentially till May or June, right? It took Algo 30 days to run up like this, right? It could take another 30, a month, 2 months, 4 months, 5 months for this to happen. Anything can happen in crypto. But again, we're at that line in the sand for me, baby. We're at that line in the sand. We break that 200, and to me, I'm not going to touch it with a 10-foot hole or a 10-foot pole. Not 10-foot hole, but a 10-foot pole, baby. I'm not going to touch that thing until we get back above the 200. Because what happens when we get back above that 200? We get a pump. Right here, you got above the 200, you still got a massive pump. Even with that wick right there, right? A 40% move in a single day. You get above the 200. If you just traded this line, this red line, how would you have done? You get above the 200, you still had a day after that where it's a green. You get below the 200, you know, you get out. You get above, boom, right? You had a massive run. You get below, you were safe the entire bear market. You get above, you participated in the bull market. You get below, you get out. You get above, you participated in the bull market. That's how the daily 200 MA works. That's why it's a line in the sand for me. And look where we're sitting right now. Oh, right on that level. Right on that level. Very important that we hold. Very important that we hold. All right. I got a question from So. When should you stake? That's a great question. That's a great question. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot tell you what you're going to do with your trades or investments, right? I will not. I don't manage money. I don't manage anybody else's portfolios. I don't touch my family's portfolios. They've asked, and I say, hey, I can't because you know, this is a risky space. It is what it is. Staking, right? Staking includes two things: an APY, right, like your bank gives you on your, like your bank gives you, and a vesting period, a time period where you need to lock up your assets for, right? So, say I like to stake on Jupiter, right? Jupiter is cool because it at one point did give a 100% APY, right? And they give a very high APY. That has fallen off since the airdrop, right? That just happened in January, right? But I have to lock up my Jupiter for 30 days. So no matter what happens to the Jupiter price, if Jupiter price goes to zero, I can't sell, right? For 30 days. And that 30 days renews until I say, hey, I'm done staking. And it's a 30-day unlock period for that, right? It's lower the higher cap you go. So like Solana has a 5-day unlock, right, on Coinbase. So if you want to stake for that APY, you get the APY. But if Solana takes the absolute crapper in 5 days, you can't sell out, right? I'm not saying that that's the best idea. Staking is for anyone who is planning on holding assets for years, baby. You don't care. Boyce, I don't care. And Boyce Crypto, I don't care if this drops below 200 MA because I'm going to hold Algorand for 5 years. Well, why would you hold Algorand in 5 years in spot when you can be getting an APY on it in Algorand? You're just going to come out with more Algorand over time. And in 5 years, I'm going to hold Algorand for 5 years. I don't care. I'm going to sell it, right? Well, you don't care what happens to the price in the meantime. You just told me that. You said, Boyce Crypto, I don't care in the meantime. Well, okay, I'm going to stake it, right? And at the end, if you get 10% year over year on Algorand, you're going to have 50% more Algorand at the end of that time period when you're planning on selling. And whether the price is higher or lower, that's 5 years out, right? We're not fortune tellers. But at the end of the day, what I can tell you is that you'll have 50% more Algorand. I don't know what the price of Algorand will be, but you'll have 50% more, and you have an unlock share. So the staking rewards can get different. Like if you're staking on Aerodrome or something like that, staking rewards can get crazy, but you have to lock the asset for 4 years on a new asset. Is Aerodrome going to be around? That's remaining to be seen, right? But that's something that you want to keep on your radar whenever you're thinking about staking, because staking is a massive opportunity. What if Algorand becomes the next big financial institution? It's the #1 decentralized exchange on Base, right? If Base takes off, Algorand takes off and goes on a massive tear over the next 4 years, and you're locked in on a vesting cycle that gives you 50% APY on top of the monumental gain that Aerodrome could have in and of itself. You may have doubled the Aerodrome, and you won't, 5x your portfolio, or in Algorand's or in Aerodrome's case, it could potentially 10, 20x. You'll 20, 40x, right? Just because of the APY that you received, and you decided, hey, I'm going to lock that up, invest it. That is what staking is. So that is what staking is. It's important to look over whenever you're looking over a long-term asset. When you look at that, my recommendation with staking, hit the stake button. You hit that stake button, baby, and you don't look at the asset. You put an alarm on your phone for 2 years or a calendar day, and say, I will look at the Jupe price in 2 years. I'll look at Jupe, man. Look at Jupe. Look at Jupe. Awesome exchange, by the way. If you're exchanging tokens, you're not exchanging for through Jupe, you're doing yourself a disservice because you get a massive airdrop at the end of every year. But and it's super cheap with fees, super cheap, beyond cheap, right? Almost in the pennies. Anyway, look at this Chop City, right? You're up at $1.47, you're feeling good. You're down at 67, you're feeling bad. You're up at $1.28, you're feeling good. You're down at 68, you're feeling bad. This is a volatile asset, right? But you could stake it, right? And over time, if you believe in the Jupiter ecosystem, which I do, right? I think Jupiter's having a very tough time because it's the #1 decentralized exchange on what? On Solana, baby. On Solana, the thing that has been getting absolutely kicked in the beehole, right? Over these past couple days / weeks, right? So that's something you want to keep on your radar. Hey everybody, it's been an awesome time hanging out with you in this chat. Thank you for lighting up the chat. I'll get my chat situation figured out. My lovely lady decided to bring her phone out for me so I could see those wonderful chats. I was not ignoring you guys, I promise. Thank you all for joining me tonight on this live stream. Remember, everybody, tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Central Time, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, everybody. Shout out to everybody. Thank you guys for joining me. This is going to be the next big crypto community, everyone. I'm putting the trader stamp on it. I'm going to be here every single day. I'm going to bring passion. I'm going to bring my trades. I'm going to bring my ideas. I'm going to bring my energy, right? I just feel like I could really build something here on YouTube. Tell your family, tell your friends, guys, and I will remember all these names, guys. I will remember all these names that were here from the single digits that were in these live streams at night, right? I hope you guys truly enjoy. Any feedback for the stream, leave it in the comments. If you guys want me to go over anything, I'm here for you guys. Drop those comments in the comment section, and I want to go over what you guys want to go over. I want to get idea. We wouldn't have known about Kaito unless you guys dropped it in the chat. And look at this thing being on a monumental tear, getting a lot of hype on Twitter. Thank you for dropping those in the chat. It helps everyone, right? If you're interested in Kaito and you drop it on this chat, you're showing it to 10 other people who may want to jump into Kaito, right? Somebody may want to drop $1,000 in Kaito and pump it a couple percent, right? It only does you a service, right? By dropping your coins in the chat. So I could go over them in front of everybody, and people view these lives after they're posted. So definitely something you guys want to do. I will see you guys tomorrow at 9:30. Thank you for your time again. You guys are my crypto family. Until tomorrow, stand by for videos. Stand by for that beginner series. Boyce Crypto is out.